Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my vanilla Minecraft server. And I've been busy with a lot of little grindy tasks. We now have plenty of blue glass. Also, I've got it all in shulker boxes and still need to set things up and run through it, but I've got all the sand we need for that, along with most of the bits and pieces. I haven't actually looked at the tutorial, but still need to drain that, which will then result in draining the other one. Also, I've been doing a bit of building here. Nothing fancy. I've got it going up one more level. I'm not sure if I want to stop it there or if I want to keep going. I'm thinking about keeping going. Also, our villager delivery system is 80% in place. Right there, I'm waiting to get the hallway going to the Guardian Farm on that side so I can run it across officially. And the iron blocks that are way up in the middle there, it's basically all scaffolding. And over here, we have in place the drop chute for the villagers to get into the trading hall. And then over here, this has been working, although it's really interesting because sometimes they launch upwards and glitch through the glass. However, that being said, we're not short on steak anymore. And of course, we also have all of these guys. I was thinking what we really should do is probably work on sending them all to Happy Villager Island. I know you can't see me doing the finger quotes in the video, but Happy Villager Island. yes, that is what we'll call it. Anywho, let's see. I think first, as part of the whole controlling where they go thing. Oh, also I stuck that bit in, and we're Aquascar. Come on, let me out of the water. I just want to get out of the water now. Alright. So, I know that they can wander themselves forward a bit, and then they take off. But the thing is, they tend to wander in either direction. So what I was thinking was creating a system where they can wander either way and they'll still end up at the same point. Partly that idea is taken from up above when I was trying to get them to the other side. And we're out of iron blocks. Yay! There's more over at the other place. So. Put that there. Something like this. Come on. And we're out of iron blocks. Perfect. What a great way to start your well-planned, well-thought-through episodes by running out of materials. I don't have a whole lot of progress on the witch farm because I haven't actually been over there. I've been really busy here. A few more. I don't know if the microphone's picking it up, but I can hear the neighbors outside working on their car. And as we all know, way out in the country, nobody does anything at home. And there it goes. That actually sounds more like a motorcycle. Oh, looky, it's almost nap time. The truth is, when I'm not recording, I usually just ignore the day-night cycle. Let's see. There's a few more. You could only sleep at night. What's it look like to you out here? Diamond blocks. Haven't really been doing a whole lot of branch mining. Let me see. Those are all empties. Bone meal. Oh yeah, for a while when I was digging the sand, I had my camera account set to creative mode AFK at the skeleton farm. Now the tree farm along with the nano farm over here, well, it had a full supply, completely full supply of bone meal. It doesn't anymore because some of us have been breeding cows. It takes a minute to walk over here. The reason why I don't fly is because we are kind of, sort of, really low on rockets. So, yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah, we're not gonna have enough. Mainly, the point of this part is to keep them from flying out across the room right away. Alright. Now. Actually, I think I want this part down a block. Now I think about it. Because you really don't want to put it there because it'll connect to those tracks and then it screws everything up. But I think we still want the other part to be where it is. Might even have to put another block there just to ensure they actually land on it. Well, no, that should be good enough. And of course, along here, we've got our levers to make sure that the track is actually powered. Alright, there, break you. We're not getting things spawning in here. I think a good rule of thumb is if it's dark enough for a bat, it's dark enough to where other things spawn, and we really don't want that. Alright, let's see. Lever. I don't know, here? There-ish. That actually worked. Alrighty. Get the railing going this way. I did some testing, and I don't know if I mentioned it in the last episode, but they will drown. They automatically sink when they're in minecarts. But unfortunately, you end up with a stack of minecarts at the bottom. Let's see now. I think we could do it that way. Right? That would make life so much easier on us. We need to have one of the ends be at an angle into a block. Just so that way they actually will end up going the other way. That, and then I was thinking, based on what I did before, having a loop would help. Just to make sure they end up where I want them. Let's see now. Like that, maybe? I'm gonna have to start using some other block here temporarily. We got plenty of rails. We don't have enough blocks. I will, of course, be replacing whatever block I use with iron blocks at some point in the future. Originally, I started doing everything on stone bricks because, well, early game it's really easy to come up with a lot of stone. But I do know we need... we would need a block like that, although that's only going to be so helpful because of they're going to want to... sometimes what happens is they'll walk towards that way and then they'll get jammed up there. I think they would still get jammed up there. I'm not 100% sure. But I do know at this end, it's going to be slightly different because, in addition to that, wait, what was that? It also has to come around from over there, which I know will be like that. Maybe replace that one with powered rail. Over to here. Well, eventually they should end up over there. And then to send them away to their little vacation. I'm thinking I want to center this, although it's completely unnecessary to. So we go there. And maybe a couple last little bits of powered rail. And then down here. And we're going to need more blocks than that. It's getting a little tight down here, but that's because I never actually intend to go down there ever again. After we're done with testing. I think 3 or 4 stacks ought to do it. The point being that I want to run it as a drop shaft before we get to the bottom, simply because they will drown, but the carts will pile up. And if anybody who's ever tried working with villagers and mine carts knows that it will stack on top of each other eventually. La da da da. Yeah, the joys of having the 128 block diameter circle. I think I've said before, the center point to that circle to the center point of that one is something like 216 blocks. Right. Yeah. And not quite a full stack down. Although that side does have a full stack to go. Come on. Reach. Sometimes I wish your guy's reach was a little bit further. Yeah. Going to drown. Temporarily so I can get out. Hey. I hate that. So that's one of my less favored features. I put features in quotes, where if you're in water when the conditions are just right, you pop. And I'm like, I really need to not pop at any point. Let's see, we got a test minecart. Let's place ourselves right there. Ow. Nope. Minecart keeps going, but you don't. That's because the minecart placed itself right on top of that block. Come on. And then, of course, we still have to take care of the drop shaft right here. I think that and then the one over here is going to be the only problem. Yep. And then we go straight down. On the outside. What the heck? How'd we end up out here? Minecraft physics. So yes, you're on the one side of a solid block. Oh, I know, we'll put you on the other side of the said solid block. I think that was part of what the problem I was having with the cows earlier. It decided that, hey, you're really on this side of the block because of the whole max entity cramming thing. Alright, now, do we actually end up where I placed it? Might have to build up the corners on all those sides because of the whole... It places you outside of... You know what? I think we're going to have to do it. Just go ahead and fill in all these corners. Just so that I stay inside. It's unnecessary for the villagers because they'll keep going. But for me, being not a villager, I can exit the minecart at will and it'll plop you down outside the... And one more corner to go. Sometimes I wish, working with what I've been doing this season, I've kind of wished you could sync faster. Alright, let's see now. Out of the water. Let's try this again, shall we? Will I stay within the walls, or is it going to pop me out outside again? There we go. Alright. Well, I'm not 100% sure the wall over here is necessary. Let's remove this one and do some testing. Alright. Let's see. Ow. And immediately it rolls the wrong direction. Fortunately, that does help. Alright. That's good to know. It should work fine without that. If not, I can always manually shove them over there. The other big thing to do is get the villagers from here up to there. Let's see. Yeah, it's not going to do that, is it? What way is that going to point? That's not bad. So it looks like we might need that part to point up, which isn't going to do us any good. Move that. So that's powered. And then, how are we going to power that one? Alright. That one I'm not going to be able to test, because it requires going all the way across that. Or at least it's not going to be easy to test. Let's see now. Go over here, I think. Let's see now. Which way do the rails point? I think they'll point that way. Good. And of course we run into that. Because of the way that minecart physics work, it's not going to allow us to fall down a hole. Even though by all normal ways of Minecraft. There we go. Alright. That's good to know. Alright. Everything except for the last little part of this is in. Which the last little bit is the actual disposal system. Which I think I'm going to go ahead and do off camera because we're getting really long on time here. So, in any event, I think I'm going to go ahead and call the episode here. If you did enjoy our installation here, do be sure to hit that like button. And if you really enjoyed this episode and you're wanting to see more, do be sure to click the subscribe button. And you can subscribe by clicking my little Minecraft guy's face on the screen. And you can also check out some of the other videos of mine as well. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.